Adam stood rooted to the spot, staring at the eviction notice like it was a blade pressed to his throat. 30 days. That was all he had left before he and his 6-year-old daughter were out on the street. Debt had swallowed every corner of his life. Ever since his wife died, he'd been raising Emily alone, juggling bills that multiplied faster than he could breathe. His paycheck barely covered rent on a good month. And then, at the lowest point of his life, the one person he never expected to speak to him directly summoned him. Luna Sterling, the company's ice-blooded CEO, the woman employees whispered about in the elevator like she was a storm in human form. And she'd made him an impossible offer. Marry me for 1 year. I'll wipe out every cent you owe. A contractual marriage. A woman who didn't believe emotions were anything but a weakness. A man already sinking beneath the weight of his life. Could this deal save Adam a broken bar or destroy him completely? Adam hadn't closed his eyes for more than a few minutes in 3 days. He sat at the small, wobbly table in his cramped apartment, surrounded by bills that felt like tombstones. Hospital charges from his wife's final days. Rent overdue again. Emily's school fee notice stamped in bold, unforgiving red. Final warning. Emily slept in the next room, small and innocent, unaware that their home was slipping through his fingers. She was only 6. She deserved warmth, certainty, safety. Instead, she had a father who could barely keep the lights on. His phone buzzed. A text from his boss. Come to my office tomorrow at 9 sharp. Luna never messaged personally, not unless something serious was coming. Her reputation was carved from steel. Adam had worked under her for 3 years and had spoken to her directly maybe 5 times. He replied quickly I'll be 30 and tried to sleep. He failed. The next morning, he stood in the hushed corridor outside her top-floor office. Through the glass, she sat like a statue, a perfect posture, tailored black suit, dark hair pulled back with precision. She didn't even glance up. He knocked. Come in. Her voice was clipped, cool, sharp enough to cut. The office was vast, a glass, marble, and silence. She gestured for him to sit. He obeyed. Then she looked at him with eyes so unreadable he felt stripped bare. I know everything about you, she said. He blinked. "My broken bar, sorry?" She slid a folder toward him. Inside were copies of his bills, his bank statements, the eviction notice, medical documents from his wife's accident, a broken bar, even Emily's school payment reports. His stomach dropped. "How did you I had you investigated," she said, cutting him off. His fingers tightened on the folder. "Why?" She studied him with the detached focus of someone analyzing a financial chart. "Because I need something from you, and you need something from me." He didn't speak. He couldn't. "I'm 32. I built this company from nothing. My net worth is higher than most people's wildest fantasies." Her voice never wavered. "But my parents have given me a deadline. Marry within 6 months, or lose control of the family empire to my brother." Adam stared at her. "And you're telling me this because he broken bar?" "Because I'm offering you a deal." She opened a drawer and set a thick leather-bound contract in front of him. "I need a husband for 1 year," she said calmly. "And you need a lifeline." The words on the contract blurred as he tried to absorb them. "You'll move into my penthouse," she continued. "We'll attend events as a married couple. You will follow every instruction necessary to maintain the illusion. In return, I will clear every cent of your debt, medical bills, rent, school fees, everything." His throat felt like sandpaper. "And after 1 year, we divorce," she said. "You walk away with $200,000 and a clean slate. Your daughter can stay with trusted relatives. I'll cover her expenses." The world tilted. "So you want me to sell myself?" Adam whispered. She didn't flinch. "I want you to survive. Right now, you're out of options. In 30 days, you and your daughter will be homeless. This gives you a future." He swallowed hard. "Why me?" "Because you're safe," she replied simply. "You're not from my world. No one will question a whirlwind romance. You're ordinary, forgettable, ideal." The words stung, but she wasn't wrong. She stepped toward the window, looking down at the city like it belonged to her. "I don't believe in love, Adam. I believe in control. This arrangement gives me exactly what I need. If it gives you what you need too, then it's mutually beneficial." Adam stared at the stack of legal language. Signing it would change his life, maybe ruin it, maybe save it. He thought of Emily's small voice asking if they were going to be okay. Thought of her pretending she wasn't hungry when the fridge was empty. Thought of losing her. What if I say no? He asked softly. Then you walk out that door, and we pretend this conversation never happened, she said without looking at him. He could barely hear his heartbeat over the silence. I need to think, he said. You have until tomorrow morning. After that, the offer disappears. He stumbled toward the door, the folder clutched in shaking hands. One more thing, Luna said. He turned. If you sign, you follow every rule. No exceptions. No emotions. No complications. Do you understand? He nodded. That night, Adam sat on the floor beside Emily's bed, watching her sleep beneath a thin blanket. She clutched her stuffed bear, unaware of the chaos lurking outside their little world. He thought about the eviction notice, the bill collectors, the fear in her eyes when he told her they couldn't afford a birthday gift last year. Luna was right. He was out of choices. The next morning, Adam returned to her office. He didn't speak. He picked up the pen and signed. Luna took the contract, filed it away, and said simply, pack your things. You move in tonight. She handed him a sleek black credit card. Use this. You need to look the part. It felt heavy, too heavy in his hand. Welcome to your new life, Adam, she said. There was no turning back. The penthouse was colder than he expected, not in temperature, but in spirit. Everything was white, gray, or black. Perfect, empty, lifeless. It looked like a place where emotions weren't allowed through the door. Luna stood by the massive windows, arms crossed, staring at the city like it was beneath her. Your room is the second door on the left, she said. Don't enter my office. Don't step into my bedroom. And don't expect me to be home often. He nodded and carried his single suitcase down the hall. His new room was bigger than his entire apartment. The bed looked untouched. The marble bathroom gleamed. Emily was gone. He dropped her at his cousin's hours earlier. She'd cried. He'd lied and told her everything would be okay. He wasn't sure he believed it himself. The first week crawled by. Luna left before sunrise and returned long after midnight. They barely exchanged words. Adam spent evenings pacing the penthouse like a ghost. He called Emily every night. His cousin assured him she was fine, but Adam's heart twisted with doubt. On the 8th night, Luna came home earlier than usual at 10 p.m. Adam was in the kitchen making a sandwich when she walked in. Looking at you cook? Luna asked. Adam gave a small shrug. Not really, just sandwiches. Her eyes drifted over the ingredients on the counter: bread, cheese, turkey slices. She didn't respond. Instead, she opened the fridge and took out a bottle of water. There's soup in the cabinet, Adam said gently. If you're hungry. Luna turned toward him, her expression unreadable. I didn't ask you to cook for me. I know, Adam answered. But it looks like you haven't eaten all day. She didn't argue. She just stood there, holding the bottle, staring at the counter as though unsure what to do next. Adam quietly fetched a can of soup, heated it, and placed the steaming bowl in front of her. Sit. She hesitated only a moment before obeying. She ate silently while Adam finished assembling his sandwich. When she set her spoon down, she finally spoke. Thank you. It was the first time those words had ever come from her. Later, Luna called him into the living room. She held a tablet, scrolling through a checklist. We have our first public appearance this weekend, a charity gala. We're attending as a couple. Adam tensed. What do I need to do? She handed him the tablet. It held instructions on how to dress, how to stand, what to say, and what to avoid. Memorize it, Luna said. You'll be acting as my devoted husband. Hold my hand, smile, and laugh at my jokes. Even if they're awful, make them believe we're deeply in love. Adam studied the list. It felt like preparing for an exam he never signed up for. Can you do that? She asked. He met her gaze. Do I have a choice? No, she said simply. The gala venue looked more expensive than anything Adam had seen in his life via glittering chandeliers, designer suits, gowns worth more than his annual earnings. Luna stood beside him, flawless in a deep blue dress, smiling effortlessly as she introduced him around. Adam played the part, smiling, shaking hands, repeating lines Luna had coached him on, but he felt the curious stares, the quiet whispers. Then a tall man approached, broad shoulders, sharp features, same eyes as Luna. His polite smile never reached them. Luna, he said, aren't you going to introduce me to your husband? Her grip on Adam's arm tightened. Derek, This is Adam. Adam, my brother. Derek's handshake was firm to the point of hostility. So, you're the one, Derek said coolly. I was surprised when I heard the news. Luna has never been the romantic type. People change, Adam replied. Derek's smile thinned. Do they? Luna cut in sharply. We should return to the guests. Later, at the penthouse, Luna stood on the balcony overlooking the city. Her arms were wrapped around herself, still in her gown, looking strangely small against the lights. Are you okay? Adam asked. Derek is going to dig. He'll look for anything to expose this as fake. And if he finds something, I lose everything. For the first time, Adam saw fear ripple through her perfect composure. When she asked why he had signed the contract, Adam told her the truth about Emily, the eviction notice, the fear of failing his daughter. Luna looked down. I signed because I was afraid too. Afraid of being alone. Afraid my family would be right about me. Two people pretending abound more by fear than agreement. Things shifted slowly after that. Luna started coming home earlier. She lingered in the kitchen instead of hiding in her office. She asked about his day. She shared pieces of hers. One evening, over a simple pasta dinner, she gave him a rare, genuine smile. This is good, she said softly. Then Emily wanted to visit. Adam dreaded explaining this fabricated life, but Luna surprised him. You should see your daughter, she said. I'll arrange everything. When Adam returned from the visit, Luna handed him a coffee and sat beside him without a word. You're a good father, she murmured. But Derek was closing in, gathering information, digging into Adam's past. He cornered Adam at a family dinner, whispering venom and calling him a nobody. Then came an email of proof Derek intended to expose them. Debt records, eviction notices, the contract. He's going to show this to the board, Luna said, pale. To my parents, what do? We don't let him destroy us. A dinner at her family estate turned into a trap. And upstairs, in her childhood room, Adam found a camera hidden on the bookshelf. Derek, Luna whispered. Without hesitation, Adam pulled her into his arms and kissed her because the camera needed to see passion, not distance. But the shock was that her response wasn't an act. The light went off. Darkness swallowed the room. Their breaths mingled. Adam, a broken bar, she whispered. He leaned his forehead against hers. I know. Everything had changed. But the next morning, Luna retreated behind walls again. There's nothing to talk about, she insisted. Her voice trembled. Derek finally called an emergency board meeting. He displayed the contract, financial papers, and the scheme as if unveiling a crime. Luna stood. Yes, it began as a contract, but if that's all you see, then you haven't been paying attention. She defended her work, her accomplishments, but Derek only smirked. Adam couldn't stay silent. She didn't deceive you, he said, standing. What began as a contract, a broken bar, isn't one anymore. The room froze. The room shifted its attention toward him. Derek's gaze hardened, but Adam didn't waver. His heartbeat thundered, yet his voice remained steady. Luna already told you the truth, he said. Yes, this began as a contract, but what she didn't say a broken bar is that it stopped being a contract a long time ago. Luna stared at him, stunned. Adam pressed on, eyes locked on hers. I signed that agreement because I was drowning. I was broke, cornered, losing everything. She offered me a lifeline. I didn't know her. I didn't care who she was. I just needed to survive. He looked back at the board. But then I lived beside her, and I saw the real Luna, not the CEO, not the distant, icy woman people imagine. I saw someone who works herself to the bone because she cares. Someone who's spent her whole life trying to prove she deserves her place. Someone terrified of being alone. Luna's breath trembled, but she didn't interrupt. Adam's voice softened. Somewhere in the middle of all that, a broken bar, it stopped being an arrangement. I stopped pretending, and I think she stopped pretending too. He turned fully toward her. I love you. I don't care about the contract. I don't care about the money. I love you because you're the fiercest, most stubborn, most brilliant woman I've ever known. And if loving you makes me an idiot, then I'm proud to be one. Silence stretched. Luna stared at him, tears running freely. She opened her mouth, but no sound came. Derek cut in sharply. This is pathetic. You expect us to believe this, that a broke man conveniently fell in love with one of the wealthiest women in the country? It's another lie. Before anyone could reply, The door swung open. Luna's mother stepped forward, commanding instant quiet. "That's enough, Derek." "Mother, you can't." I said enough. Her tone froze the room. She glanced at the board. "I've been listening, and I think it's time you all understood something." The room held its breath. I knew about the contract from the very beginning. A wave of shock rippled through the space. Derek paled. "You what?" "Luna told me before she went through with it, and I approved." Luna stared at her mother. "You a broken bar knew?" Her mother nodded gently. "Yes, and I'll tell you why. You've spent your whole life believing strength means isolation, that love is a weakness, that you must carry everything alone. I wanted you to learn that you were wrong." She looked at Adam. "I wanted to see if someone could love you for who you are, not your wealth, not your title, and I wanted to see if you would ever let that person in." Luna's voice broke. "Why didn't you tell me?" Her mother gave a sad smile. "Because you needed to discover it on your own." She turned to Derek. "As for you, a broken bar, you've spent years sabotaging your sister, manipulating, lying, believing this company belongs to you simply because you are older or because you're a man. But you've never earned anything, not once." "This is ridiculous," Derek snapped. "You can't." "I can," she said coldly, "and I will, effective immediately. You're removed from the board. Your shares will transfer to Luna, and you no longer have any involvement in this company." He stood abruptly, fury burning in his eyes. "You can't do this." Luna's father finally spoke. "She can, and she has my full support." No one defended Derek. He grabbed his briefcase and stormed out. Silence remained. Luna's mother turned to her daughter. "You've built this company with your own hands. You don't need approval anymore, but you do need to stop shutting people out." Her gaze shifted to Adam. "He loves you. And unless I'm terribly mistaken, a broken bar, you love him too." Luna looked at Adam. Her walls were gone, stripped away completely. She stood there frightened, open, human. "I do," she whispered. "I love him." Adam reached her in moments, pulling her into his arms. She collapsed against him, shaking. One by one, board members slipped out until only her parents remained. Her mother squeezed her shoulder and left. When the door closed, it was just the two of them. Luna stepped back, wiping her tears. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought I could keep this under control. I tried to separate it. I couldn't. I fell in love with you, and it terrified me." Adam cupped her face. "You don't have to be afraid anymore." A watery laugh escaped her. "I don't even know how to be soft." "Then we'll learn together," Adam murmured. He kissed her. No cameras, no audience, nothing but truth. Months later, Adam stood in the penthouse kitchen making pancakes while Emily chattered at the counter. Luna walked in wearing his old t-shirt, kissed Emily, then wrapped Adam in a sleepy hug. "You're about to burn those," she teased. "I've got this." He laughed. Emily rolled her eyes. "Are you two going to be mushy again?" "Probably," Luna said. Their small family ceremony later that day was simple and intimate. No media, no spectacle, just love, real this time. Years passed. Luna stood in the nursery holding their newborn son. Adam wrapped his arms around them. "He has your eyes," he whispered. "And your stubborn streak," Luna added. Emily peeked in. "Can I hold him?" She cradled her baby brother gently. Already a perfect big sister. Adam looked at Luna. "Ever think about how we started?" "Every day," she said softly. "Regret it?" "Not a single second." More years went by. One quiet evening, Luna read while Adam sat beside her, their children playing on the floor. Daniel looked up. "Mama, broken bar, how did you and Dad meet?" Luna and Adam exchanged a smile. "We met because of a contract," Luna said. "A work contract?" Daniel asked. "Something like that." Adam chuckled. "Your mom needed a husband. I needed help, so we made a deal." Daniel blinked. "But you didn't love each other first?" "No," Luna replied gently. "We didn't." "Then how did you fall in love?" Adam took her hand. "Because eventually, a broken bar, we stopped pretending. We stopped being who we thought we had to be and let ourselves be real." Luna squeezed his fingers. "And sometimes the greatest things in life come from the most unexpected beginnings." Daniel nodded slowly and went back to his blocks. Emily shook her head. "Still the weirdest story ever." Luna laughed. "Maybe, but it's ours." Adam kissed her hair. "And I wouldn't change a single part of it." Outside, the city glowed. Inside, a family held each other close, imperfect, healing, and real. Because the best love stories aren't the ones born flawless a broken bar, but the ones where two broken souls choose each other, every single day.